Big breaking news coming in at the top of the broadcast. Sources are telling us that Jaish camps have been targeted. Jaish-e-Mohammed camps have now been targeted across the LOC in Balakot of Poonch. They say that forces had inputs of large number of Jaish terrorists across LOC in Balakot. Now, Indian Ministry of Defence, of course, and Indian Air Force is yet to make a statement. A statement will be put out very, very shortly on Pakistan Army's claim that India may have Mohammed camps across the POK. Further information coming in at about 3:30 this morning. Early in the wee hours of 26th of February, a group of Mirage 2000 Indian fighter jets struck a major terrorist camp across the LOC and completely destroyed it. All right, so this is the big breaking news coming in the aftermath of the Pulwama attack. We're given to understand that our security forces have struck down a major terrorist camp in the POK. Indian Air Force have now struck down a major terror camp that was operating in the Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. My colleague Ajay joining us on the broadcast with more details. Ajay?
Well, yes, it is really a big news of the day that how Pulwama attack is avenged by the security forces and especially the Air Force. There is input that Air Force, carried out a strike over there across the line of control in Balakot sector of Poonch district, in which there is input that a huge explosion took place across the line of control, and it might be, the payload was dropped by the Indian Air Force Mirage plane there, and in which there is input that large number of damages have taken place across the line of control, especially the Jaish-e-Mohammed terror launch pads across the line of control in Balakot is being targeted by the Air Force, and it has been planned by the forces earlier for last so many days, and there were input that large number of terrorists of Jaish-e-Mohammed are waiting to infiltrate to this side. They were there in the Balakot area of the Poonch, and even earlier we have seen that how the terrorists were infiltrating from this area, and when they have received this specific input of Jaish-e-Mohammed terror launch pad, they carried out a strike over there, and in the last midnight, the Air Force carried out this strike across the line of control, in which there are a number of terrorists, Jaish terrorists, they have been, finished, they have been killed in that strike, and the terror launch pad, the camp over there of the Jaish-e-Mohammed, that is totally being destroyed because of this explosion, and that is what exactly we are coming to know. We are just waiting for the official confirmation from the Air Force side, but Pakistani ISPR DG has already claims and says that the Indian Air Force fighter plane crossed the line of control and dropped huge payload over there.
All right, this is as big as it gets, Ajay. The information that we are getting at this point in time is that about at 3:30 this morning, for the benefit of all the viewers tuning in on to the broadcast now, at about 3:30 this morning, a group of Mirage 2000 Indian fighter jets struck a major terrorist camp across the LOC and completely destroyed it. That, of course, is the latest information we are getting to you as far as Jammu and Kashmir is concerned. An attack across, the territory into the Pakistani territory is concerned. IAF sources are now confirming to NewsX that Indian Air Force has been successful in destroying a major terrorist camp that was operating in the POK. Ajay continues to be with us on the broadcast. Ajay, this is as big as it gets in the aftermath of the Pulwama attack.
Well, definitely it was expected, and for very first day, Prime Minister has clearly said that we have instructed and have given a free hand to the Indian forces, that they have they can go ahead with what they want to do, where they want to do, and what the time, the location, and everything will be with the forces, and that is what they have decided. And as far as this the airstrike is concerned, that forces were waiting for this, and when they came to know about the specific presence of the Jaish-e-Mohammed terrorists across the line of control. And if we talk about this Balakot area where that explosion and that strike took place, that is the huge hub of the Jaish-e-Mohammed terrorists, because even in the past we have seen, even that the police have confirmed us, and so agencies have confirmed us, that Jaish-e-Mohammed terrorists used to cross from this area, Balakot sector area, and they used to move to the Kashmir to carry out some attacks over there. And even there are possibility that the Adil Dar who was killed in that attack, the terror attack in Pulwama. His mastermind, the Pulwama attack mastermind Kamran, he was even infiltrated from this route, and he was even camping over there. And now that camp has been destroyed by the Air Force in air strike, and a huge payload was dropped over there on the Jaish-e-Mohammed camp there in the Balakot sector area of the Poonch, in which the camp was totally destroyed. The terrorists present in that camp is totally destroyed, and that is what exactly people of the India was waiting and they were expecting from the forces, because it is being observed that for how many years that the forces were facing these attacks from the Jaish-e-Mohammed, especially the suicidal attack, and now they have been taught a lesson by the Indian force, and the Pulwama attack event has been taken by the forces, especially the Air Force by aerial strike across the line.
All right, Ajay, stay with us. We have Praful Bakshi, defense expert, joining us on the broadcast. Sir, news coming in from the LOC at this point in time. We're given to understand that the Indian Air Force has now destroyed a major terror camp in Balakot area.
That is, of course, accepted, very unacceptable, and it is quite inevitable that when 10 Mirages are going to attack a target, and or a target has to be destroyed, and Balakot is a very important Jaish camp, and it has to be destroyed, because Pakistan was pussyfooting about the whole thing, and they were reluctant to carry out any action, and they're politically probably weak or reluctant, or whatever the case may be. India has shown political resolve, and the military action corresponding to the political resolve is what the nation is meant for, and this is what has happened. So Indian Air Force has carried out a marvelous job, which they are supposed to do that, and India has walked the talk, and the Prime Minister has done what he was saying that it will be done. So that is what we were waiting for, and you see, and now Pakistan will have to now take their political decision of dealing with their terrorist organization and how they do it. It is up to them now. Otherwise, more punishment is going to come.
Right. And Mr. Bakshi, we have, very little information that is coming in as far as the Indian side is concerned. We saw some tweets that were put out by DG ISPR, and he said that Pakistani Air Force also, responded. As soon as they responded, Indian Air Force had to come back, but they were able to successfully drop the bombs. And now we are given to understand that a major terror camp in Balakot area has been destroyed.
Obviously, they cannot hide the fact. Once a major camp is destroyed, it can be picked up by photographs from the sky, from the satellites, and from UAVs. So Pakistan has to accept the fact, what has happened on the ground, and Pakistan also has to accept that Indian Air Force is going to take action as they took in Kargil. So there's a right out there. I mean, why was Pakistan even in a doubt that this will happen? They were hoping like hell, and that is why the Prime Minister was pleading for peace, etc. Because they had come to know that India is very firm on its action. So what now it has happened is that good, India has taught them a lesson, and now we see how the game proceeds henceforth now. But it is absolutely sure that Indian Air Force and Indian Army is ready. And mind you, there is in the ground action also following up. If you follow it up, that air action precedes the ground action, and in a limited manner, Indian ground forces must be carrying out action also to clear off these impediments on the ground, especially in the form of military camps and the terrorist camps.
Wing Commander Bakshi, I want to understand from you, for such a sort of an operation to take place, how much time and planning does it require? For all those who are watching, wanting to know what sort of planning went behind an attack like this as far as a major terror camp in POK is concerned.
Indian fighter squadrons already have their targets allotted, and which fighter squadron will be flying in which sector. This is already in their war plans, etc. It's already, I will not go into the details. Okay. And their stat models, etc. already are planned, already prepared, that once the balloon is up, this is how the pilots will go. They don't start doing the groundwork when the orders come. Everything is ready. In fact, it is in minutes that once you are given a target, go ahead, the loading time to the aircraft, and that is what is only required, and the pilots are ready, and in the flying time of 10 minutes or 7 minutes or whatever it was, everything is over. So let me tell you one thing, Indian Air Force is absolutely ready for this action, and not only this, at some places the pilots will be sitting in the cockpit on 2 minutes standby. So the things that happen in minutes and seconds out here. So that you don't have to wait and wait and wait. So here you see the action is already over and they are already back waiting for more.
All right, in fact, more information coming in as far as that strike is concerned. We're given to understand about a dozen of Mirage 2000 jets took part in the operation and dropped about 1,000 kilograms of explosives on the terror camp across LOC. So 1,000 kilograms of explosives were in fact dropped on that terror camp that is operating in Balakot area, Praful Bakshi.
Let me tell you one thing, each aircraft must be carrying out 4 1,000-pound bombs.
Okay.
And there are 10 aircrafts. So you can imagine the quantum of bombs dropped. So it is not one 1,000-pound bomb dropped. Every aircraft is carrying out minimum 2 to 4,000 pounders. So you can imagine, or let's take very modestly 2 aircraft bombs of 1,000 pounds along with rockets, etc., whatever it is. It is a massive ordnance which has gone. So nothing can survive. There is no doubt about it. Once you see, the concentration of force is a principle of war. So selection of target and concentration of forces, this is what is required. And here it is, right in front of you. The two major principles of war have met the requirement. So we are sitting pretty, and I think Indian Air Force must be waiting for more. They're waiting for the word go ahead. We have to wait for the confirmation, of course, as you say. So well, wait for the confirmation. And the idea is India is not going to war. Indeed, this is just a punitive, action taken because Pakistan was reluctant to carry out their action against the terrorist camp. We are not attacking Pakistan territory, their cities, their people. Nothing doing. Indian Air Force is following the humanitarian laws to the hilt. They are only attacking the military targets, and that's what they are doing. So,
Wing Commander, I also have to ask you, how successful an operation do you think this was? Bagalkot, of course, is one of the main territories in POK where, many Jaish operatives currently stay, they reside, they flourish from there. How successful do you think this process was?
This is total success. Take it from me. Take it from me, it's a total success. When 10 Mirages go, and they release weapon. They don't release weapon as if they're throwing stones at places. They have got their precision guided systems. Their aiming devices are top class, top of the shelf. Their target acquisition and target delivery system is top shelf. So you have to accept a total result here. And the result is absolutely what was expected.
Absolutely.
So